So about 2 weeks ago, I actually made a video discussing the fact that a Mortal Kombat writer wanted to actually make a Bioshock movie. More specifically, he wanted to write the Bioshock movie. Now, at the time of making that, it was really exciting news. Obviously, the whole idea of a film adaptation of Bioshock has kind of been in limbo since around 2014, and now we finally get some decent news that someone actually is passionate and wants to write a movie for it, or a script for it, I should say. A lot of you guys seem to really enjoy that notion, but at the same time, the more that I've actually sat down and thought about it, there's a couple of different things that I can see being a potential issue with it. And you guys pointed some of these out as well. So, for those of you who are going to be familiar with the bullet points that I'm going to be highlighting in this video, congrats to you. But anyways, what's going on, guys? My name's Eric, and welcome back to a brand new Bioshock video here on the Bioshock Hub. And obviously, we'll be covering the Bioshock movie today, and whether or not it should be made or whether or not it needs to be made. So, if that is something you're interested in, would you kindly sit back, relax, grab a beverage, and enjoy the video. Originally, when I made that video and read the article, like you guys, I was very excited for the possibility of actually getting a Bioshock movie. Anything related to new Bioshock items or games or even a film adaptation, I'm all for, because I'm just that much of a fan of the series, like all of you. However, there are quite a few problems, like I mentioned, that I can think of. If I didn't mention any that you guys can think of by the end of the video, please let me know down in the comment section below, and I will try to respond to as many as I possibly can. So the first one that I want to really highlight is, would a movie actually ruin the reputation of the Bioshock franchise? Now, Bioshock is a revered series in gaming, just because of how good the games are, how good the story is, how much of an impact the original Bioshock made on gaming in general. Would a film adaptation actually ruin that? You can look at all of these other film adaptations of games, such as Assassin's Creed, some of the Resident Evils, some of the Silent Hill movies, and a lot of them just seem to flop, unfortunately. It seems like no matter what these directors do to try to capture the magic of the game, they never can, and usually that game series ends up taking a hit, unless the developers actually bust their ass to make a very good game. Prime example, Resident Evil 7, very good. Silent Hill, I believe, is coming out with a new game or a reboot here soon, so hopefully that one will be good. Assassin's Creed still is kind of like a flat line at the moment because they keep pumping them out constantly, and I'm not knocking Assassin's Creed here, it's just not my cup of tea. So, let's say the writer who wants to do the Mortal Kombat movie, or is doing the Mortal Kombat movie, ends up writing a script for Bioshock, and it goes through. I want to see how well this Mortal Kombat movie is going to do in the box office, and how well that's going to do reflecting on the actual game series, because if it's any sort of indication as to what it would do to the Mortal Kombat franchise, imagine what it would do if the movie that is based off of Bioshock and Rapture were to flop. Will that hinder potentially a new game or the previous games in the series? I'm not exactly sure. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. The second problem that I can think of is the authenticity of the game going to a movie. So, a lot of other film adaptations of games, like I mentioned in the past, have flopped. Will this be a repeat? Or will, by some miracle, this writer be able to get a director on board that can capture what Bioshock was? That being the atmosphere, the overall story that would actually progress within the movie, just like it did in the game, the correct casting, the correct tone of the movie, etc. I don't want this being something like how they do with books, where they'll make a movie out of a book and they just cut out so much content. I don't want something like that. If a Bioshock movie is actually going to be, fully produced, I want it to have authenticity. So if they do that, I'm all in. But that still remains a problem because all we have to go on right now is that the Mortal Kombat writer wants to write a script for the new Bioshock movie or a Bioshock movie. So again, just with all of these, so I don't have to repeat it, let me know your comments down in the comment section below and your thoughts as well. And like I said, if you guys can think of any other problems by the end, let me know. Now the third problem is still an ongoing problem, and this is the reason why the Bioshock movie was actually in that limbo state. If you remember, Gore Verbinski actually wanted to direct the Bioshock movie, and he specifically wanted it to be an R-rated film to actually capture what Bioshock and Rapture was all about. However, the people that actually owned the rights to the script and to the movie, or the movie rights, whatever you want to describe it as, they wanted it to be PG-13. So, here's my issue. Obviously, it will be the rating overall. If we do end up getting a rated R Bioshock film, then we might actually be able to experience how Rapture and Bioshock truly was in the game, just on the big screen, obviously. If it's PG-13, you kind of know what will happen here. We'll get a very watered down version of Rapture and Bioshock, and it's not going to stay true to the game. So I guess you can incorporate the third problem I have with the second problem. If you get a watered down version of the game, then it's just not going to have authenticity from the game itself. It's just going to feel like a half-assed attempt to make a Bioshock movie. Whereas if you get that rated R film, you can actually show what is being shown in the game, if that makes sense to you. I just want them to be able to capture Bioshock and Rapture for what it was in the game and be able to incorporate that into the movie screen, especially with the way technology is nowadays, with the CGI, with how good actors are in general. I think you would be able to do that with a rated R film. Again, I do not want a PG-13 rating on this movie if it comes to fruition. The next concern is something that you guys brought up a lot on the original video. If you guys haven't checked out that video and would like to, a link will be down in the description for you guys to check out, or you can click at the top right hand corner of the screen on the card and it'll take you straight to the video. If not, wait till the end of the video and it'll pop up on the end screen for you guys. So, obviously, along with myself, you guys want to see some sort of live action Bioshock adaptation. So I do have a very specific question for you guys that I would like to see you answer down in the comment section below, as well as why you think this would be the better option. And then I'll give you guys my answer as well. So, would a movie do better with a live action adaptation or a series on a platform like HBO or Netflix? Personally, I think the series would do better because you can actually tell a story over multiple episodes. Whereas in a movie, you're trying to cram everything into about an hour and a half to a 2-hour time period. At least with a series on Netflix or HBO, you could potentially have 9 or 10 episodes, a next season, and then a next season after that, especially if it's a success. I just think that an overall series would be the better option. Again, let me know what you guys think would be better down in the comment section below and why that would be better. Now, the final concern on my end actually comes from the article itself. So, as I mentioned in that video, I mentioned that the Mortal Kombat writer wanted to actually write the Bioshock movie. So, we've established that we would have had a writer, potentially a director if Gore Verbinski is still interested. However, the article mentioned nothing about a potential budget, so that would be a huge concern to me. So let's say if you have a substantial amount to be able to actually invest within this Bioshock movie, we'll get a more enjoyable experience and we'll be able to experience more of Rapture and Bioshock as a whole. However, if there's a low budget or a limited budget, a lot of events or characters might even get cut from the movie adaptation altogether. In my opinion though, that would completely ruin the immersion. You know, of course, being a Bioshock fan and watching a Bioshock movie, if it doesn't stay true to the actual story, if it cuts out some of the main characters or the main levels, and just cuts out some of the story that is kind of crucial to the overall development in the Bioshock game. So, let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section below. In your humble estimates, what do you guys think would be an accurate budget amount for a film adaptation of Bioshock? So guys, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, a couple of videos should be popping up on the screen right now that I would highly recommend checking out, and I would greatly appreciate it if you did so. If you're new here and enjoyed the content and want to see more, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications to never miss a video or a live stream, and feel free to share the video with some family, some friends, or on any social media of your choice. It really does help the channel grow and it helps me out a ton. If you want to stay up to date with me and follow me on any of my social medias, like my Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, the links to that will be down in the description below. And with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Take care.